Hey, welcome back to another episode of Road to ELA 1000. Today I've got a perfect example of a game of what not to do. Um, we should, especially at these levels, stick to the principles of chess and get developed, get castled, and then attack. As you're about to see, well, let's just get right into it. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. We're playing Dead Rat 94. Can you see this guy's profile picture? It is absolutely bizarre. I'm embarrassed. I got my butt beat by. Oh man, I wish I could make his picture bigger. Maybe I'll pull it up in editing or something. But it's hilarious. Czech Republic 690. Okay, I open with the Vienna. He does something. Okay, I offer it to him. I learned that it's okay to offer it, even if it's not this knight that comes out. He takes it, and then I develop this knight. Um, In the Vienna, I'm learning the more I play it, this knight is absolutely pivotal. It has to stay here, guarding this square, so he's got no checks until you get castled. I learned all of this in this game for a very specific reason, so we'll just keep going and I'll come back to that darn knight. Okay, bishop out. So I push my other pawn here, just grabbing a strong center since he took this wing pawn and gaining a tempo on his bishop. He drops down. I'm not afraid of that. If he takes, I'm just going to take here and open up for my rook. So then I'm not afraid of his threat, so I go in and take back my pawn. Okay, here, like, look at my setup here. It's beautiful. It is an absolute thing of beauty. And this is what I'm thinking during the game. I'm like, look at what I got. Whoops. Look at this. Like, this is a fortress. So I'm feeling good. I'm thinking in my head, because look what he's got. He's got two pieces, nothing in the middle. I'm feeling hot right now. Okay. Weak move. I didn't like it. So at this point, I'm getting aggressive. So I push in, trying to take as much room as possible. I never know if I should keep these pawns side by side because they are weaker like that. I didn't know. Push it, try to get tempo on this knight because he's got nowhere to go there. He's got to start. He's got to go somewhere else. Maybe in, but then I'll just take, right? You almost have to go there. So I almost bring this upon myself. So he ends up taking. I take back. Don't hate it. I'm kind of happy to see it. Okay. So here he jumps in, and I'm looking at a couple of things. I'm looking at knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, right? I'd be up one pawn, and then I'm eyeing this pawn with his rook trapped in behind there. If I do that, I'm thinking he probably does just pushes and kicks me back. I'm like, that seems okay. The other thing I could do is take with my bishop. He takes, I take, and then I've got eyes on here attacking the bishop, thinking about bringing this out and pushing or something like that. You just get eyes down the field. You got quite a few options here then, you know. So I figure maybe that's probably the best way to take. I'm like, how could this be worse? Oh, before I do this though, I notice he's got this, or after the exchanges, he's gonna have this check. Okay. So after the exchanges, I saw that he would have this check. I figured I push, I push this, block it. I saw him take this with another check, and then I saw block with the queen, and we're good. Okay, that's as far as my calculations I got. Notice, super strong. He's got nothing, not super strong, but way better, right? See, I'm not afraid to go ahead with the exchanges. I know that I'm not castled, and I do the calculations, and I think I'm okay. Not castled, I'm stronger, I'm better, right? So we do the calculations, check. Not afraid. I saw it. I push the pawn. He takes his pawn back. Not afraid. I saw it. I block. I didn't go one step further. So he swoops in and takes my rook. All because I got aggressive here in the middle and pushed pawns. I had the advantage. I was feeling good. I wanted to push the advantage. before finishing my development. I still have a bishop on the back, and I'm not castled, you know. So that alone caused me to get into all this trouble. So actually, the engine says it's actually dead even right now, even though he's up a rook. But here, I'm actually a little tilted, actually, because I had such an awesome position. What was I up there when I had my fortress? It says I'm only up 8. I think it gets a little bit better. Yeah, only up, maybe a point or so at that point. But so he takes, I tilt, and from here on, it's just kind of a messy game because at this point, I'm a lost cause. I just get super aggroed. I go for a check here, um, thinking that, he pushes. I was going to take like this. If he takes back, I take with a check. He moves his king, and then I take his rook back. That's what the idea was. He pushes, take. He sees it. He does not take, but now he just blocks with his bishop and pins my queen. This was a miss because this pawn is now hanging, which I failed to see because I'm not really paying attention at this point. I think it's a lost cause, even though I'm only down 1.1. He's up a rook, so I think I'm way behind, even though my pieces are more active, like, but still, like, his queen is deep in my territory. I drop back, miss the pawn with another check, hoping to just keep something going. He gets out of the way. I bring my knight back because it was hanging. Oh man, this kills me looking back. Okay, so he comes here, pinning the knight to the queen. This is checkmate. 1-0. That's checkmate. I did not see that. He blunders mate in 1, and I completely miss it. I castle, giving it away. So he's actually only up 2 at this point. I castle this way, defending this pawn because it has been undefended, and with ideas of getting the bishop out and opening up a discovery on the queen. He pulls knight out, destroying the mate in 1 because now the king can just move over. So here I do that. I offer the bishop because I'm like, maybe he'll think that this is a hanging piece, take here, and then I take his queen. Because he's trapped. Sorry, maybe I didn't point that out. Attack, can't go, he dies, dies, and if he takes this, he's dead. So he's trapped in this point. Once the bishop's gone, he's trapped. His queen's trapped. Finds a great move, goes there. Queen trade because it's covered with by the knight. I kind of missed that initially, or else I would have, pushed this knight somewhere else and then did the discovery. But oh well, you live and you learn. So I take. I'm getting run quite low on time here too. So I start moving a little quick. He's only up 1.3. Take. Oh man, 4.4. This is crushing too. So I'm not sure why I was so blind. Whoops. This was, oh, that's back on, is it? This is hanging for so long, and I don't know, I just do not see it. So I got to make a move because I know that if I take this, this is hanging, and instead of just taking like this with check, I take with the bishop, and then he takes my knight, which is a trade, and now I go from, what was that, 1.3 to 4, and it's pretty lost at this point. So I just try pushing this pawn because it is passed. But now my bishop's kind of in the way, and his king is coming. It's not looking good. I know I'm in trouble, but I'm trying to fight my way through. Comes attacking my rook, and I see he's going after this. Those darn knights, man, are tricky. I'm trying to go because now I'm down to 2 minutes. I'm trying to get this somewhere to try to help push the pawn, and I get myself forked. So now I lose my rook, and now I'm down 9. So it's basically over at this point. I try getting that pawn there, but there's not much I can do. My bishop's down here protecting it. You know, it looks like maybe we've got a chance. I go up. Still, he can't take because my bishop is protecting it. Excuse me. King comes in. So when now we're at a lock, he can't take either way. And now I got to bring them up. I'm thinking maybe I can get my pawn to come attack the rook. You'd always have this though, but we're trying. He takes. Still. So now we push this pawn. See if we can't get something going. Pawn moves. Try to move back. And now I got a single pawn, and he's just pushing this baby home. This is funny. I'm lost. Like I can't advance. I push, and I'm like, okay, crap. He just takes the pawn. He misses it for some reason. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'm still alive. But then I realize there's no way to advance my pawn. What's my king gonna do? And he's got this rook coming in. He's gonna promote. So I just resign at this point. Okay. So moral of the story is back to basics. I definitely needed to get, I had so many opportunities to get this bishop out and get castled, you know, especially in this position. Like he's playing some of these more passive moves. You get this bishop out, and then what? Develop your rook and I castle. Like I'm up almost a full pawn just because positionally I'm so strong. My king is safe. Like if I just would have done those couple of things, we could have avoided this whole messy game. So I learned some valuable lessons. You know, this one, I mean, all the losses always sting, but you need to learn something from that sting. I've been really liking playing the Vienna. The Vienna opening is so fun because like it's not a slow opening. Like I've been watching some people play the London system, and it's so like closed and positional. It is really actually quite boring. The Vienna doesn't seem to be boring, and I'm batting like 50% with it right now because I'm still trying to learn it and learn the ins and outs. But I think it'll get better. I really like it because it does leave lots of room for tactical play, which I actually really enjoy. Um, but this knight is important in the Vienna. This is typically comes out blocking the gambit pawn, but it also protects this very key square that the queen cannot get any of these nasty checks on you until you get castled. So with the Vienna, especially because this is your f pawn too that you're offering up in a gambit. So if you're moving your f pawn, you better get your knight out there, protect, and get castled as soon as possible. And the Vienna is especially important. So I learned how important this knight is, um, you know, and learned that in the Vienna here, you're missing your F-bomb, get developed, get castled. You know, once you're safe, then start pushing with aggression. I started too soon, started opening up my position. And once that pony leaves, I am in trouble. Wow, I was actually even, but I felt so demoralized, and especially, oh man, look at this guy's face. Dead rat. He's got a skullet and buck teeth. I don't think that's actually him, but I sure hope so. Dead rat. But anyways, yeah, learn from your mistakes. A win is a win, but you know you learn lots from your losses. So onwards and upwards, guys. If you made it this far, don't forget to leave me a like in the video. It means a lot to me. Other than that, thanks for popping in for a watch and a visit, and we'll catch you in the next one.